So what do you need to look out for when you go on a property viewing? In today's episode of Property Investing with Abby, I want to take you through what I do when I'm viewing a property and the 5 most important things that you need to be doing on a property viewing. Now, the first thing is you're going to be viewing the property with an estate agent or an owner. Now, remember, these are people. So if you're naturally shy, you need to come out of your shell a little bit. So what I do is I always greet the estate agent or the owner with a massive smile. Thank you so much for letting me view. Really appreciate it. Exciting to be looking at your property. And you need to be asking them open questions all the way through the viewing. So open questions like, how long has it been on the market? Why are you selling? Or why is the owner selling? If it's an owner-occupier, they're easier to talk to and you might want to compliment them a few times. But you want to be getting as much information as you can. So if it's an owner, it's when did you move into the property? Why are you moving? Have you found your next house? Just keep them talking and get as much information as you can about the house. Have you had any works done? Have you extended the house if it's an extension? Or when did you have your conservatory done? Just get as much information as you can. Now, tip number 1 when doing a viewing is to have a checklist with you. So I have my property viewing checklist, which details everything I need to look out for, because you will forget. And I've done it. I've been in properties, run round, had a quick look, taken some pictures, gone out and then completely forgot when someone's asked me a question. So take your time, don't be rushed. Remember, this is a big decision for you. You're looking at whether you're going to buy this or not. You know, significant sums of money are involved. So take your time. So go around the property with the viewing checklist and mark room by room what is needed, what you'd spend and what you want to look at or what you're not sure on. So that's the first tip, number 1.
That's absolutely fine. I think the biggest thing... Oh, 2 seconds, mate. What?
We've got a winner!
Winner for what?
A YouTube competition!
What YouTube competition?
The one to get 5,000!
Someone won it?
Yes!
Who won it?
Scott Byron!
2 seconds, mate. What did he win?
A course! A Touchstone course!
Of course.
Any course he wants!
Awesome. Excellent. Well done to Scott. 2 seconds, mate. I do apologise to this. Well done to Scott. We will be in touch with you to offer you a prize, and then we've got another competition, don't we?
We want to get to 10,000 subscribers. 10!
Yeah, 10,000. So I've got to get back to my phone call. Scott, well done for winning, and I look forward to seeing who wins the 10,000 subscribers competition. Bye for now. Yeah, sorry about that, mate. Yeah, I'll be stormed in.
Tip number 2 is electrics are extremely important when you're viewing a property. I've seen it where people have bought a property and the whole house needs rewiring. Now, to rewire a whole house is a lot of money and work. So you need to rip out wires that are in the wall and you need to literally replaster and redecorate. So a lot of money in a big job, unless you're doing a full refurb of the house. I tend to stay away from the electrics. I like them to be, already in good condition, unless the property's got money in for me to refurb it like that. So look out for the electrics. The easiest thing to do is to take a picture of the electric fuse box, and then you can either Google it and make sure that's safe and that's okay, or you can show it to a local electrician who will tell you. I'm not an expert in refurb, so I show it to an electrician or my builder and say, is this safe? Is this okay? The other thing you can do is ask the owner or the estate agent whether they've got the ECIR certificate, so the electrical certificate for the property, which also helps. So tip number 2, electrics, because electrics can trip you up and cause you to spend a lot of money. Tip number 3 would be cracks. So you get cracks in properties. Some of them are absolutely fine. Some of them you need to worry about. The good thing with you though is all cracks in properties will put people off, but it's not going to put you off because you're going to understand what's a bad crack and what's a good crack, if you can have bad and good cracks. So what I do is I go around the property, I see which rooms have got cracks in them. Sometimes I'll poke my finger if there's a crack, and I'm trying to work out, is it plaster cracked or is it behind it as well? So I poke my finger in. I also go out the outside of the property and see if there's any cracks showing on the outside. Once I've done that, taken those pictures, again, I'll show them to my builder and might even arrange a second visit with my builder to double check the cracks. Now, if they're just cosmetic cracks and it's plaster, really, really easy to do, not a lot of money, you'll be fine. If it's a structural crack or something big happening to the house, or the house might need underpinning, That's a lot of money, so you need to know that, so don't be tricked by that. But again, take photos, show your builder, arrange a check of viewing, double check that. Now, if a property has got big cracks and does need underpinning, this can be your negotiation tool, because you'll need to get a structural surveyor out. You'll need to get a report to tell you what it is and how to fix it. And again, this is good negotiation with the owner to get the price to how you may want it. 4 is the boiler. So boilers again are expensive and a big job. So you want to check the boiler, because it's fine if you've put it into your estimate, but it's not fine if you don't know about it. So what I do again is I just take pictures of the boiler and I take pictures of a few radiators, and I make sure every room's got a radiator. So just look out for that, because I have bought properties before where 2 rooms, for whatever reason, radiator's missing or no radiator. So take a picture of the boiler, picture of the radiators. If it's not radiators, if it's electric heating, take some photos of them. And then again, I show my builder, plumber, and I say, what's this boiler? How long do you think its lifespan is? Is it a good boiler? Is it okay? What do you think of the heating? Because I want to get a sensible figure for me to put the house back right, but also something that's quite good, EPC related, for my tenants. Now, when an EPC is under E rating, remember, under an E, if it's an F or a G, you can't rent it out. But I've been to places where all I've done is change the boiler and the EPC has gone up massively. So again, just be careful and just look out for that, boilers. And again, because I'm not a plumber, take pictures, show, go back for a second viewing if you need to. Now, the fifth most important thing you need to look out for is damp. Again, some damp's easier to fix than others, some damp isn't. So again, I go around the property and I'm looking out for any signs of damp on ceilings, roofs, or on the bottom of rooms, because you need to know if it's rising damp or is there an issue in the roof that's causing damp coming in. Again, take pictures. Sometimes have a feel of the wallpaper, because you'll feel the wallpaper will look a bit damp, a bit wet, and you can have a look and see. So it can't be covered, but have a really good look for damp. Take pictures, and again, check with someone how much it is to put damp right. If it's a roof issue, it might be a couple of tiles missing, it might be coming from the drain. Sometimes damp's really easy to fix, it's finding it. Rising damp, sometimes you need to have damp course, or you can inject damp course. Again, that doesn't have to be that expensive, but you need to know about it because you need to put it into your refurb. And those are the 5 biggest things that I do on viewings. And then the best thing is just be friendly, be nice, and talk to the owner. I've been on viewings, spoken to the owner, been lovely, complimented them, looked around. I've never told an owner that their house is an absolute mess. Just don't do that. You'd be nice, friendly, and be kind. And I've always somehow, when I've looked around and I've estimated it and thought I've got issues with electrics, maybe the boiler, be open and honest, don't slag off their property, but just talk to them about it. And that's how the second property I bought, I managed to reduce the price while I was there and then. Remember, property is a people game, and you want to build the relationship, and you want to be nice and friendly and kind. So they are my 5 top tips of how to view a property. Like the video, comment below, tell me your thoughts, and obviously make sure you subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. So next week we're going to be looking at how you do the numbers. You found the property, you've done the viewing, how do you know it's a deal? We're going to be working through exact numbers from start to finish to give you a sense of what you should be offering and give you the confidence you're going to be doing the right thing. Thank you so much.